Welcome back, Devils fans, maybe a couple Canucks fans, and maybe some hockey fans at large. This is a big story for the sport. Tonight, December 5th, in Vancouver, all three Hughes brothers will be playing in an NHL game for the first time. And in fact, it is the first organized hockey game of any kind that will be featuring all three of the Hughes brothers, Quinn, Jack, and Luke Hughes, all NHL superstars in their own right. And let's get down to the details here. So Jim and Ellen Hughes are a hockey producing factory. These kids were basically born on skates, born to be hockey players, and boy, did it ever pan out for the Hughes family. Tonight will be just the 9th time in NHL history that three brothers will be playing in the same game, and it'll be the most recent time since April of 2023 when the Stahl brothers, Eric, Mark, and Jordan, played in the Florida Panthers versus Carolina Hurricanes game. Now, in case you're not familiar with the Hughes brothers, all three studs, all high first-round draft picks. Quinn going 7th overall in the 2018 draft to the Vancouver Canucks. Jack going 1st overall in the 2019 draft to the New Jersey Devils. And Luke going 4th overall in the 2021 draft to the New Jersey Devils. As I mentioned before, these kids were practically born on skates. Here you see pictures of all three Hughes brothers as very small children with their father playing hockey somewhere. And here's another photo of the trio out on the rink. The slightly older Hughes crew for Christmas. And then as you can see here, the boys aged and now are all wearing the respective jerseys of the teams they were playing for at the time. And here we see Quinn and the rest of his family after being picked 7th overall in the 2018 draft. And here we see all the Hughes brothers after Jack was picked 1st overall in the 2019 draft by the Devils. And lastly, here we see Luke being drafted 4th overall in 2021 by the New Jersey Devils. And does Jack look a little excited there, folks? What do you think? Does Jack look a little excited to have little brother joining him on the Devils? This was during COVID time, and the draft was remote. So instead of being at an arena, they're in somebody's living room. It's unfortunate that because of the COVID remote draft, Luke didn't get the full experience of being drafted in the arena full of people like his brothers did, but I'm sure he was ecstatic nonetheless, joining his brother on the Devils, going 4th overall. Looks like a very exciting time wherever they were there. And here you see the Hughes brothers with their NHL jerseys on, holding up their draft pick number. And here we see the Hughes boys just having a little fun, being silly and having a little fun here. Wherever this may be, it looked like they're probably having a great time. So tonight will be the first time that all three of the Hughes brothers have played in a game together. Obviously, now that he's been in the league for a few years, Jack and Quinn have gone head-to-head several times already, as you see here. And obviously, Jack and Luke have played together for a little bit now. But this will be the very first time that all three brothers are in the same game. Let's see what the boys had to say about this monumental occasion. Of course you dream you're going to play with your brothers in the NHL one day. You're in the basement hanging out, playing, but you never really think it's going to become a reality. For it to happen, it's definitely pretty wild. It's 3 kids in one game. It probably hasn't been done too many times. That was a quote from Jack Hughes to NHL.com about the special game. I definitely didn't expect something like this to happen when we were kids, but it's really cool. That's the dedication shown by our parents, how hard they worked and how hard the three of us worked too. It's going to be fun. That is a quote from Luke Hughes. And let's see what Quinn had to say. Of course it's the dream. We probably talked about it as kids playing mini sticks and stuff, but as far as this year, they're going to want 2 points, I'm going to want 2 points, and everyone's worried about their individual game. Well, you're right there, Quinn. We not only do we want the 2 points, we really need it. We really need the 2 points. He also said, it's too good to be true and it doesn't happen a lot, but we're pretty chill guys. We're going to play the game and we're going to talk and chill before and probably after, but it's not like we're going to be betting against each other. No one's trying to teach anyone a lesson. I think it's just we're there to play a hockey game and that's it. Quinn Hughes. And if you want to see a true illustration of how good the Hughes brothers really are, let's take a look at the league leaders in multiple categories for scoring. So for all skaters, all players in the league, Quinn Hughes is tied for 5th in the league with 34 points, coming from 9 goals and 25 assists. Jack is currently in 10th place with 30 points off of 9 goals and 21 assists. It's quite remarkable that Jack missed a handful of games and he's still atop the league lead, or top 10 in points for, despite missing a handful of games in a very early on in the season. His points per game pace might still be number 1 in the league. I'd have to double check that, but for a while it was number 1, even with the injury. And then we look at defensemen. Quinn is tied for first with Cale Makar, number 1 point scoring defenseman. And then we look at rookies. Luke is in second place with 14 points, coming off of 3 goals and 11 assists, only trailing the phenom Connor Bedard, who has 20 points. And so when you look at this, I have to believe that the Hughes brothers could all be in line for some hardware in Vegas in June. Quinn should definitely be a candidate for the Norris Trophy as Defenseman of the Year. I expect Jack to be in the conversation and hopefully gets nominated for the Hart Trophy as MVP of the league. And if Luke Hughes keeps it up, he could be in the conversation for the Calder Trophy as Rookie of the Year. To see all 3 Hughes brothers nominated for an award in the same year would be really something really special. I don't know that we would ever see. So the fact that there's 3 brothers in the league at the same time is very rare. And then for them all to be excellent players, it may never happen again. And especially with the awards, I just can't see any world where 3 brothers in the league at the same time and all nominated for hardware. It probably would never happen again. It would be really special. Would love to see Luke and Jack at least get the nominations. It'd be even better if one or both of them could win the trophy. But we're still very early on in the season, so we'll have to see how that plays out. But very excited. Devils at Vancouver, kicking off their Western Canada road trip. We are in desperate need of points. We're going to see all 3 Hughes brothers on the ice, and we'll probably see them maybe all on the ice during gameplay, actually. Will be a lot of photos and a lot of stories after the game. I'm sure there's been a bunch leading up to the game, but very excited for the game. We need the 2 points. Let me know what you think in the comments. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Let's go, Devils.